Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT and welcome back to episode number 2 of my Everton FIFA 18 career mode series. Finally jumping into some transfers for today's episode. Got your guys' feedback on episode number 1. You guys are super excited for this. And episode number 1 hit 500 likes. I asked for 1,000. I knew that was kind of unrealistic with it being a FIFA video, but still 500 likes for a FIFA video on my channel is absolutely incredible. So you guys hopefully are excited for. I'm just as excited, if not more excited, and I just freaking realized my EA level is 69. But anyways, I did get your guys' feedback, and we will be going after and hopefully signing our first player of this series. And by God, we do know that this team needs some work. I just finished watching us lose to Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. David Unsworth's first game as manager, and that is going to be more motivation to come on here and rebuild this team into a Champions League contender. But like I said, we have a lot of goddamn work to do. So with that said, guys, going to jump right into the episode. If you guys do enjoy today's episode, let me know by dropping a like. Let's see if we can surpass the like total for the first episode, which was, I think, 510 likes. Let's see if we can smash 600 likes for today's episode. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on that notification bell if you haven't. But with that said, let's jump into the episode. Into what are we going to do in today's episode? Probably what we're going to do is go all the way to the first game, and will we play this first game? It depends on how long it takes. I don't want the episode to be way too long, but I kind of do want to get into our first Premier League game and see how that goes. But we will see how long it actually takes. But with that said, boys, the first transfer suggestion, and one more thing, I'm sorry, I'm kind of delaying things. I saw a lot of concern in the comments. I am going to try and keep this as realistic as possible. Some things might jump out of the realm of realism, but for the most part, like I said, I try to run my series as how I would like as a viewer. Because one of the very few things I do watch on YouTube is career modes. And I hate watching content creators like buy the same players over and over again because of the younger players that are cheaper but have super high potential, and it's just the same players over and over again, recycling players, and it just makes things boring. So at the same time as I try to not make things boring, I want to try to keep it realistic. So hopefully that makes sense. There might be some things here and there in terms of signings that's not extremely realistic, but I'm going to try my best. So hopefully I can cater to everybody. But finally, let's jump into the first transfer suggestion. What we are going to do is probably add all these players to our short list and then sort one by one and figure out what player we actually want to go after. Maybe wait for some scouting reports to be done. But the first player we are adding to the short list with 17 thumbs up, none other, Mr. Ghost26_ says to get the main man, Olivier Giroud. Now, the one reason I kind of am not 100% sold on this is because we need pace. We need a pacey striker up front, because that's the two things this team lacks as of right now is width, creation on the outside width, and pace up front. Now, Olivier Giroud obviously is a target man, an incredible striker. I mean, his goal per minute ratio is absolutely freaking out of this world. And he was a guy, apparently it just came out, Ronald Koeman said we had Olivier Giroud in the building ready to sign it, and he changed his mind at the last second. So he was linked to Everton and very closely actually signed in real life. So I would not mind getting him, but if we do get Olivier Giroud, I also want to get another pacey striker. And we probably do really need 2 strikers to be signed to the club. So like I said, if we sign Giroud, we will sign one. We'll probably sign one regardless. So we are going to be adding him to our short list, and he is already scouted, so we don't have to wait for that. And we might have to act quick because he's already approached by FC Shock, and he is worth 19 million. The one thing is he is 30, and we all know how FIFA is. It's another thing I hate about career mode. No matter what happens, no matter how well they're performing in the career mode, once they hit 30, there is no room for growth, and they start to immediately decline in overall and in their ratings. But we will shortlist him regardless. Now, with that said, jumping into suggestion number 2, and that is to bring Super Mario Balotelli back to England for my beloved Everton. Of course, he's at Nice, and there is a problem with this, boys. I checked this before I started recording the episode, and it says he just recently joined Nice. I'll show you guys in a second. Maybe we go after him in January, but I genuinely cannot sign him to the team because he joined Nice like a year and a half ago, and for some reason it still says he recently joined, so he can't sign him. So that really does suck, but there's nothing I can do about that. But he is a player I would be interested in bringing in if there's enough demand, and depending on our situation in January, I do want to bring this man in, but he is going to be added to the short list. Now, suggestion number 3. This is a winger we could potentially get, and that is, with 11 thumbs up, Rolf Ivar Hogan. I probably effed up your name, and I apologize for the disrespect. But he says to sign Stefan El Shaarawy. And he's a guy that used to have incredible potential on FIFA. It's still pretty good, but he hasn't necessarily lived up to the hype. But maybe he's just waiting for a different opportunity. He's been at Roma, I think. Am I wrong for saying his whole career? But he's still an 80 overall, very talented, still relatively young. He has the pace and the skill set to be what we need on the outside. So we will add him also to the short list. So he's a guy I am very interested in bringing in. Now, moving along, this one is an interesting one. Max Thomas says to bring in Peter Crouch, the absolute freaking beanstalk. And he's probably going to retire soon, and there are 2 reasons I am interested in this, and not joking. Never mind, we can't approach him. I had a feeling he was going to retire. Because he only cost $1 million, and he is an absolute, he's like Olivier Giroud, but you add like 7 inches. Obviously not as talented as him, but gosh dang it, if we got to the point where we were just struggling offensively, bring him in and just cross to him about 10 times, and probably at least one of those times he is going to score. And then if we could get a cheap option for a target man like that and bring in him as a striker and then bring in a pacey guy, but all that's just irrelevant now because we can't approach him because he's retiring. So that sucks. And for the final suggestion, Dylan Owens says to bring in Balanta, a center back from Basel. And if I'm being completely honest, I have no idea who this guy is whatsoever, but he sounded like a guy under the radar in terms of some guy as somebody that watches a lot of career mode, have not seen many people or if anybody sign him, and I just need to scout him. That's what scout reports are for. And we definitely need to sign maybe 1 or 2 more center backs. There's so many positions we do need to add to this team because we have like 2 aging center backs and we have a Funes Mori who's kind of stagnant in his career, and Michael Keane who's very good and has potential, but we definitely need to add to that position. He's only 5'11", which is kind of worrying, but we will scout him and we will shortlist him in our transfer hub. Take 6 days to wait on his scouting report. And then also a left back from Barcelona B, Cursarilla. And I said last episode we do need to get a younger, higher potential center back that I do not see in every career mode because we have Leighton Baines who is aging and is going to start to decline rapidly. So here we go. I found him. Mark Cucurella, or Susarella. He's an exciting prospect, which does mean he has high potential. Like I've said, I'm not seeing many people sign him, if anybody, so we are going to scout him. And I think it'd be the perfect replacement because by the time we move on from Leighton Baines, he should be up there in decent potential. And he's not the normal guys I've seen in the past 2 years sign every single time because obviously I didn't know who he was because I can't even pronounce his name. But looking at the transfer hub, I think we do need to go ahead and sim about a week. I might need to go in immediately for Olivier Giroud. Maybe that's what we do because I do not want to lose him out to the Bundesliga side. And it says we might have to offer between 25 and 37 million to have a chance at this deal. Let's try to make it happen, boys. Let's go in for our first signing of this career mode and try to bring a target man to Goodison Park. I mean, we could take anybody, honestly, at the striker position. I mean, if we could add him as a target man and then add some pace out wide, I think we should be okay and get away with him as our main man. So I'm going to try to save every penny. Let's see if we can swap a winger. And I'd be willing to get rid... I think with the guys that we could potentially bring in, I'd be willing to get rid of Kevin Morales. He's a guy, he's been a loyal servant to Everton, has been linked away in real life. We almost sold him in the first episode. So let's see if they are interested in him. And they are. This is big, boys. This is pretty freaking big. Brings the transfer sum all the way down to 14 million. So let's see if we can counter this. See if we can get them to bite on 9.5 million plus Kevin Morales for Olivier Giroud. And boom, let's go, boys. That is pretty freaking big. I've had very few actual player swap deals happen because it's so AIDS in this game. Maybe they've updated it. But just like that, for only 9 million, we have had an offer for Olivier Giroud accepted. Now, it's time to negotiate with the player directly. Now, I I'm not sure. He's probably going to cost, a heck of a lot in the wages, 120,000 to be exact. Let's see if we can get away with important squad player role. And of course, he wants crucial, which is, I don't know, depending on who else we sign at the striker position, because we are going to sign one more striker. That could hurt us in the long run because he might get unhappy, but at this point, let's just give him whatever he wants. I'm really hoping he doesn't want like a multi-million-dollar signing bonus. I'm kind of expecting it to, but let's see if he'll get away with 3 years, and that's exactly what he wants. I do not. That's something else I meant to point out. The only thing I've done between the last and this episode, first and second episode, is I went through and renegotiated 3 contracts of players who did have release clauses in their contract, which wasn't anybody big. It was like John Joe Kenny, who's been starting in real life, but he's not highly rated in FIFA. And then a couple other younger guys, because I don't want to sell them for like 500K, because they do have decent potential, and they'll eventually be worth way more than 500K in a million. So I just went ahead and renegotiated that. Just didn't bother showing you guys that. Now let's offer him something that hopefully he'll accept. We'll offer him the wages that he's on, and we'll give him 500K signing bonus, and let's see if he'll accept that. Of course, he'll take a pay cut of 25,000 per week, but he wants a 1 million signing bonus. And let's see if we can counter this. I think I can always get away with upping the bonus to the top potential, because I mean realistically, Giroud is not going to score 25 goals in a season. So let's see. Wow, that's the first time they've ever came back and said no. So he'll wants an increase. Let's go back. We're abort mission. Go back to the last freaking wage. I'd rather pay the last thing. Can we go back to 95 grand, please? Hello? 95 grand, please. Giroud, 95 grand, please. I'm begging you, bro. Please accept. God dang it! I just wasted 10,000 pounds. Well, I'm an idiot. We'll go ahead and accept that. I don't want him to walk out the room. So, boys, our first signing has been made. Olivier Giroud now wears an Everton kit and will be a day 1 starter, day in and day out, unless we end up signing a better striker, which I'm not sure if we will or not, depending on you guys. So there he is, wearing the number 13 kit. Let me know what number I should give him in the comment section below. But Olivier Giroud is officially our first signing of the summer transfer window and in this series. Now, I think what we're going to do is there is one player that I want to go after myself, and that is because this player has been linked with Everton almost every single summer for the past 3 years, and it's never gone through. Apparently, supposedly, it almost happened a couple times. He'd even been asked in interviews, and he just walked away because he didn't want to speak on it because everybody knew he was going here, but it ended up not happening. And then there's Yarmolenko. And he has just signed for Dortmund, and this is where the game makes no sense. I can't sign Balotelli because he just arrived, but Yarmolenko in almost every single career mode, you can't buy him and negotiate with Dortmund, but you can, as you see I'm already scouting him, you can pay his release clause and negotiate with him directly and sign him straight to your team without him even playing a game for Dortmund. So, I mean, I'm not complaining because I'm glad you can sign him in the first transfer window, but it's still, I don't understand why I can't sign freaking Balotelli. But anyways, boys, I'm not going to sign him in today's episode, but do you boys think I should sign Yarmolenko by activating his release clause, which is, it's a decent chunk of money, but I'm expecting him to be like 81, 82 overall, and we need a player at his position with pace. He has 5-star skills, which I'm not a skiller by any means, but is 34 million too much for Yarmolenko? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, with that said, boys, I think I'm going to wait for the other scouting reports to come back, see if we get any transfer offers before I go in for one of these two guys or both of these guys, or maybe even El Shaarawy in this episode. So we have received a scouting report for those two players. Eder Balanta, he is worth between 8.6 and 11 million pounds. He's a 76 overall. I'm not sure of his potential, but it does sound, I mean, good. That's relatively cheap. And hopefully I'm saying his name right, Susarello. He's 69 overall and only have to pay like 2 million pounds, and that's pretty nice for a player that apparently has high potential and can just serve as a backup until Leighton Baines starts to decline to a point where we can't play with him anymore. He's extremely pacey, but he has really good stamina, and that's something that is very unusual in younger players. Like, I don't think in real life it matters if you're young. That doesn't affect your stamina, but apparently according to FIFA, if you're young, you have no stamina whatsoever. But this guy has 88 stamina at the age of 19. That is huge. And very good pace. Obviously, you want that in a wingback. Half-decent crossing. His defense defending stats are not that good. 62 stand tackle, 61 slide tackle, 60 marking, but that definitely is something that we can improve throughout training. So I might actually go in for him. So how about this guy? Eder Balanta. He's left-footed, so can't play left center back. I'm worried about his height. I like my center backs to be at least 6'1", but I mean we can't always work with a little bit shorter. That is the same exact height as Phil Jagielka. His defending is 74. This guy's defending in general 61. Decent sprint speed, decent acceleration, so his pace is good. Very strong, 84 strength, 82 aggression, nice interceptions. He has good marking skills, good tackling skills. I actually like this. Decent dribbling for a center back. How's his short passing's okay. Long passing's actually very, very good, so could help us on the counter. So I think, you know what, I will go in for both of these guys and try to sign them. And I think we could probably sign them for a combined, like, maybe 12 million pounds if we're lucky. So we're going in for the center back first. And I wonder if there's any players I am willing to just get rid of. Any just waste on the bench that I do not want. Would they be willing Mohamed Besic straight up? I'm not sure about it. The same exact value. And I want to get rid of either one of James McCarthy or Mohamed Besic. How about wingers? Any wingers that I'd be willing to get rid of? No. Any backup strikers I'd be willing to get rid of? No. How about one of our goalkeepers? How about Joel Robles? Or Martin? Let's go with Joel Robles. Are they interested in him? They are not. They want a right winger. So is there any other player? Aaron Lennon. Do I offer him? Let's see if they are interested in him. And they are. They still want $7 million. But I think we can get him for like... Can we go with about $3 million? $3.5 million plus Aaron Lennon for a very good quality center back, and they're not budging. Let's try to talk him down to about 5. And I think if he walks out the room, we can like approach like a week later. So how about $5 million? Man, they're adamant about that 7. So how about 6.5? Just don't please walk out the room. That's all I don't want you to do is to walk out the room. And they will accept Aaron Lennon plus $6.5 million for the FC Basel center back, and now it is time to negotiate with him directly. And he's on relatively low wages. That's one good thing about buying players outside of like the top 5 leagues is because they're relatively cheap when it comes to the wages, which we have a lot of money to spend, so it's not a big deal. But we'll give him, let's see if we can get away with rotation, and we actually can. My approach to this is to try to get them on the lowest squad roll as possible, so if they don't play as much as they want to, they don't start complaining and getting like sending you emails every freaking week. So he wants to be a 5-year deal. That's fine with me. That's exactly what I wanted. No release clause. Fine with me. Now please come at me with your wages. So he wants 53K. So it's a pretty big increase. So let's see if I can decrease this by like 10K. Because I mean that's still a big increase of what he's had. Almost about a 50% increase in what he already was on. He's having none of it. F it. We're gonna accept. We have our first center back signing of the transfer window. Now, last but not least for today's episode, we're going to go after the young Spanish left back. Going to approach the buy. We probably should be able to get him for under $3 million, but let's see. We're not even going to try a player swap deal. Just going to go straight up cash. We'll go in for his value straight up, and hopefully they don't walk out the room. So let's try $1.5 million, see if they'll accept, and pretty much do. I don't want a sell-on fee. I hate sell-on fees. Let's remove it. I'll bump it up to like 1.65 million. Or I just press the button and I'll just keep it there by accident. And they have accepted. Barca B's rep apparently is Asian. Not sure if that's realistic or not. But hey, we are potentially going to get our third signing of the episode. And I'm not sure if Barcelona B has high wages like Barcelona. Like if he was on Barcelona A, he'd probably be on like 50K a week, which is pretty high. He's on, never mind, he's on 2.2K per week. Give him, I wonder if he'll accept prospect. Will he? And good, he will. So let's see. Obviously, probably with him being 19, wants a 5-year deal. Exactly what he wants. No release clause. Hopefully they're okay with that, and they are. Now I have to offer. Let's see. Can we get him on like 4K a week without any signing bonus or anything? And we do. So easy enough. Whoever suggested this, Dylan Owens, you're a beast, because that's a player I've not heard much of. I mean, obviously with Barcelona B being in the game for the first time in a couple of years, I mean, obviously he's somebody just put into the game this year. So that's a signing that is not overly used like within the past couple years. So I'm happy with it. High potential. Let's be great. And we freaking got 3 pretty quality players. That is exactly what I needed to the team. And we only spent about $15 million to bring in 3 players. Obviously, yes, we did sell, like we swapped some players in the deals, but bringing in those 3 quality players for about, maybe that was $20 million, but still, we still have $75 million to spend, and our team is looking so much better than we did at the beginning of the episode. Now, I'm going to wait on the El Shaarawy deal until you guys tell me what I should do in terms of Yarmolenko. Maybe I should buy both of them. Let me know in the comment section below. And also leave your other transfer suggestions in the comment section below because we still have a ton of players we are going to go after. All up to you guys. We're going to do a little bit of training. This is who we're going to train as of right now. I'm not even sure if Sandro's in my long-term deals. The reason I'm selling him, or not selling him, trading him, we might sell him eventually, is if we do sell him, to have him as the highest overall possible to get as much money as possible. So we do get a couple offers here. We get a loan offer for Sandro. We're going to reject that because we need as many strikers as possible. And although I just said I would potentially sell him, I need him on the team. Also, we have a transfer offer for Leighton Baines. And I had something in the comment section of the last video. People were worried about me selling the fan favorites and trying to keep it realistic. And obviously, Everton won't necessarily go out of the way to sell Leighton Baines, but I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to offer, counter offer a ridiculous amount. Like, if they'll give me, I'll say $28 million for a 32-year-old, 82 overall left back. I believe that's a lot of money. If they don't give me, if they come straight back and say $20 million, I'm going to reject it. They have to reach my asking price of $28 million, and they're only going up to 15, and we'll go ahead and reject that. I just like testing the waters and see if they'll pay a ridiculous amount. So that is going to be rejected. We're going to go ahead and reject the loan offer for Sandro. And also we do get a scout report on Yarmolenko, and just to look. So activating his release clause at $30 million is not that bad. I think if we negotiated with him directly, it'd probably be about the same. So he's 82 overall. He's 6'3", left-footed, but extremely good stats, very balanced. I just think he'd be an incredible player, and I think it'd be awesome to finally bring him to Everton after the years of him actually being linked to the team. So we have a transfer offer for Phil Jagielka. The captain of Everton was linked away in real life, and Dortmund want him now. He's 34, so he's going to decline extremely rapid. This is another case of, do I sell the freaking captain? So they say they might pay up to $5 million. I'm going to go in with 10. Like I said, no matter who the player is, I'm going to negotiate a ridiculous price. I know Dortmund have $10 million, but I'm not going to settle for anything less than 10. That would be incredible if we can get $10 million for Phil Jagielka. But it's going to have to take that. Yep, he's pissed. So now we get a transfer offer for Ashley Williams from Monaco. Interesting. Now, he is a player. He signed from Swansea, and he's been super up and down. This year, he's been pretty down the whole entire year, as the whole entire club has been, aside from Idrissa Gay and Jordan Pickford. But $9 million, almost $10 million is a lot. That's almost what they paid for him in real life. And they would be willing to pay up to $14.4 million, potentially. Let's see if we can get 15. If we can get 15 for a 32-year-old, and we still probably, if we sell him, we need to probably sign 2 more center backs. But I would not be against this deal whatsoever if we could get about $15 million for him. So I'm going to go in with 17.5 and see if there's a possibility. But if they offer 15, I'm accepting. They offer 11. So let's go back in with 16 and see if they'll go up a little bit more. And they'll go up to 12. They're creeping right on up there, man. Let's see if they'll give me 15 mil for Ashley Williams. And come on, dude. Now that's just, okay, I'm not even going to rant anymore. That's just dumb. Not a chance in hell. So, boys, it looks like we're coming up on our first game of this season against Stoke. And I guess we will play up to this point. We'll probably play this game and then end the episode and get into the next episode. Get you guys transfer suggestions because we still have I think we probably, with the money we spent, need to buy at least 4 more players. So I think this is how we're going to start this first game of this season. Giroud up front. I'm not too sure about Sigurdsson out on the left. He hasn't been doing well there in real life, and I'm not sure about the FIFA, especially with him not being the most paciest person in the world. So this team still lacks a little bit of pace, hence why I want El Shaarawy or Yarmolenko, or maybe both of them, maybe to replace Balassi and put the other guy on the other side. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't affect anything, and hopefully we can start off this game just like we did in real life. Actually started the season out with freaking 3 points, and that's about as many as we've got all season long. But hopefully we don't start the season any worse than we did in real life. Let me tell you something, boys. This is much different than playing in the PSG career mode. Oh, shoot. Ball whipped in. Oh, gosh. Falls to Allen. Jeff Allen. Ghana with the deflection. Goes out for a corner. This is scary. This is scary. Looking sloppy, boys. I mean, it's only 10 minutes in, but looking just like we do in real life. Can we just please get this out? Jordan Pickford, being the beast he is, clears it. Nice job from Michael Keane. Made some type of space here, man. Wayne Rooney ball is intercepted. Just boring so far, man. 20 minutes in. Playing, like I said, just like we are in real life. Boring attacking football. A little bit sloppy defensively. Thank God they haven't scored anything. They've only had like 1 chances, but it's been boring, super sloppy. Hopefully something can change here. Overlap and run. That's a freaking purple card. That's a gosh dang purple. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Maybe that was for a good reason though. Giroud? Giroud? Ball? Nah. Ref, please. Ref, where's the card? Where is the red? I see Giroud. I see Giroud. Come on, get a head on it. Giroud doesn't back out to Sigurdsson, to Wayne. Wayne makes a man miss. Wayne, heavy touch, still gets a shot off. Wayne Rooney, just like in real life, puts us on top 1-0 over Stoke City. No idea how on earth he freaking scored that goal. He got past his defender, took a super heavy touch. I thought somebody was for sure going to come up. Martin's Indy, what are you doing? They all, like 10 times out of 10 should have came up and stripped that ball from Wayne Rooney. Intercepted the pass because that was an awful touch. But with his weak foot, gets past the keeper as somehow, some way, with the ugly brand of football we played in this first half, Wayne Rooney puts us on top 1-0. Okay, so that is halftime. And yes, we're on top 1-0. But if we're being honest, we play like a freaking bunch of caterpillars. I see the run. Olivier Giroud. Come on, this has got to be 2. This has got to be 2. Ball is freaking saved by Jack Butland. You have to be able to finish that. If you're going to be our target man, if you're going to be our #1 striker, you have got to finish chances like that. A great run, but gosh dang. I know we haven't been able to... that was awful. We haven't been able to play to Giroud's weakness. We've really got nothing going down the wings, to be completely honest, but not been able to cross anything into him. Still, you've got to finish that. Can we make up for right here? Wayne Rooney, can he make it too? Wayne Rooney, assisted by the man I was talking crap on, Olivier Giroud. Wayne Rooney makes it too. Can we potentially get a hat trick from our number 10? Wayne Rooney making his presence felt in his first game back. I thought we were bad attacking wise. Like, I think Stoke has had maybe 1 shot on target all game long, if that. Like, they have nothing going for them up front. Bad pass there. As I say that, watch them get something going past us. Well, our center backs, man, have been solid. Ashley Williams, to be completely honest, we almost sold him, but he's been extremely freaking solid. Let's see if we can get something down the wing, man. Get a ball in for Giroud, and we can't. We have open space here. Morgan Sterling, do we take a crack? No, we don't, but Rooney's making a run. Awful pass here. Gonna win it back with Lookman. Gonna pass back out. Not just kidding. Gets the ball stolen from him. Oh gosh, this could be 2-1. Oh my God! How does Jesse Rodriguez miss that? Oh shoot! Ball stolen from Ghana. Oh God, this is. They have numbers. Jesse Rodriguez. This could be 2-1. Yep, it's gonna be 2-1. Oh my, of all people to lose the ball in the middle of the park, Idrissa Gana Gueye leads to a counterattack. They had numbers. I don't know where our defense was, but that sucks. Diouf puts them on the board. That had to be the 90th minute. They had a man go down. Can we make this 3? Come on, boys, please. This could be it. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has space. Come on. Put this game out of reach. Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes in and puts us back on top by 2 goals to secure the 3 points in our first Premier League match of this season. The youngster man saying that he should start instead of Olivier Giroud with his left foot. Gets it past the deadly, normally, Jack Butland. But thank God we go back on top. That scared me. That really did scare me. That's it, boys, as we do hang on to the 3 points. Unfortunately, didn't hold on to the clean sheet, but I feel like maybe they didn't deserve a goal, but at the end of the day, what do clean sheets matter? 3 points at the end of the day is what matters. As we do, not necessarily dominating fashion, because we didn't play well really attacking wise. We only had 5 shots. They had 10 shots, which I don't like. I think most of those came like in the last 20 minutes. We are going to finish off the episode with a little bit of training, as we do end the episode off positive note, as Jordan Pickford does increase to a 79 overall, creasing up to that 80 overall mark, as we do get another transfer offer for Leighton Baines from Arsenal. But once again, what did I offer for last time? I think I said 27 mil. They have to give me 27 mil. I know Arsenal have it, but I'm not trying to sell these players. I'm just going to be smart. Like, if we can get 27 million, they only are offering 9. They'll probably walk straight out, but I'm going to at least entertain it. So to end off the episode, can we get 27 million? Nope, of course. Arsenal Winger's like, nope. So that's going to do it today for this episode of the Everton Career Mode series here on FIFA 18. Hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, make sure to drop a like. Like I said, let's see if we can smash the like total of last episode and try to hit 600 today. Be sure to leave your transfer suggestions in the comment section below to have a chance to be featured in next episode. Be sure to let me know if I should buy Stefan El Shaarawy or Yarmolenko or both of them. But that's going to do it for me. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.